It was Friday morning, July 4th, just this past week, really early, around 2:45 a.m. And there was this just awful discovery. A 15-year-old boy found unconscious, unresponsive, actually on top of a North 7 train, right as it was pulling into Queensboro Plaza. They rushed him to Bellevue, but tragically he didn't make it. Reports say he fell from the roof, subway surfing. It's just heartbreaking. And, this isn't just a one-off tragedy. It feels like something bigger. So today in this deep dive, we want to try and understand why. Why does something this dangerous, this deadly keep happening? What does it tell us about, well, youth culture, safety, and this constant connection we all have now? Like, what makes the risk seem worth it? It's hard to grasp.
It really is. And you're right. This is absolutely not an isolated incident. It's part of what sources are calling a really worrying pattern here in New York City. The NYPD stats, they paint a pretty grim picture. We're talking at least 5 deaths linked to this in 2023 and 6 in 2024. So it's, if anything, increasing. Plus, just last month, another incident, a 14-year-old critically hurt doing the same thing on the Nail 5 lineup in the Bronx.
Wow. 5 deaths, 6 deaths.
Yeah.
And near misses.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, when we look at the information, the sources,
Mm-hmm.
what's driving this? Is it purely like teenage thrill-seeking?
Yeah.
Or is there more to it, especially maybe with social media?
Well, thrill-seeking is definitely a part of it, yeah. But our sources strongly suggest it's significantly amplified by something else. It's this pursuit of online attention. These videos go viral, TikTok, Instagram, kids see them. And it creates this powerful feedback loop. Think about it from like an adolescent development perspective. You get likes, shares, comments. That's immediate validation. It's like a dopamine hit, right? And that feeling, that social currency, can sometimes terrifyingly seem more real or more important than the physical risk.
That social currency idea, that's potent. So it's not just that the videos exist, but maybe how the platforms themselves work, like the algorithms pushing this stuff out, creating a sort of challenge culture.
Exactly. That's a key part of the problem. The algorithms are designed for engagement, right? And sensational, risky content often gets a lot of engagement. So a video might get pushed to a much wider audience than it ever would have otherwise. Something done by one kid in one place can suddenly look like a global trend. It makes it incredibly difficult for authorities because you're not just dealing with individual choices, you're up against this kind of self-perpetuating online machine.
Okay, so faced with that, this online amplification, what are the authorities trying to do? Our sources mention things like awareness campaigns, talking to the platforms. How's that going?
Right. So it's kind of a multi-pronged approach they're attempting. The MTA is definitely pushing public awareness hard. They've got this Ride Inside and Stay Alive message. Governor Hochul's involved, the city schools, trying to present a unified front. And yes, they are putting pressure on the social media companies to take down these videos, to, stop glamorizing it. But that's a constant battle. The volume is just immense.
Like whack-a-mole, I imagine.
Pretty much. Beyond that, they're also using more direct deterrents, things like drones, increased surveillance around certain areas or lines where this happens more often. And there's even talk, based on our sources, about exploring engineering controls.
Engineering controls. Okay, what does that mean in practice? Locked doors between cars, maybe? Or something more high-tech?
It could be both, potentially. Things like automated detection systems, maybe sensors that could tell if someone's on the roof and alert the operator, or transit control. Locking doors between cars is another idea. Yeah, physically blocking access. But, you have to consider the scale. New York subway is huge. It's old.
Yeah.
Retrofitting something like that across the entire system, that's a massive, complex, and expensive undertaking. So these are still very much in the early discussion phases, but the fact they're even on the table shows how seriously they're taking this now.
Yeah, it really underscores the severity. So this deep dive today, it really just lays bare this awful mix, doesn't it? Adolescent risk-taking, which has always existed, but now turbocharged by the hunt for online validation. It's a truly modern public safety crisis.
It really is. And it leaves us with a difficult question, one for you listening. Given these terrible outcomes, how do we strike that balance? The balance between the pull of viral trends, maybe even individual freedom to some degree, and the absolute necessity of protecting young lives and ensuring public safety. What role do you think the digital platforms should play? And what about communities, schools, families? How do we foster a culture where safety outweighs the allure of digital fame? It's something we all need to think about.